All right, so let's look at adding a rollover to our navigation area. Right now it's static and it doesn't do anything, so let's look at that. So we'll look at our CSS hover selector. If you scroll down a little bit, there's an example, and it gives you some examples of changing the colors for a unvisited link, a visited link, the mouse over link, which is what we're going to use, and the selected link. And you can try it out here. You can see the different colors it changes to. And I'm going to go ahead and, since I'm already here, I'm going to go ahead and select this up. I'm going to copy that. And I'm going to go into my HTML now. And here's my HTML. So I want to make sure I know what my element is that I'm going to, my element selector, and my element selector is A. And so now I'm going to go into my CSS and I'm going to add, I'm going to put it right under my nav bar. I'm going to paste that which I just copied. Now, it just happens to be that that example did have the A, which is kind of unusual, and I could change the color. Although I do like that it's red. So normally I would kind of change everything up. Okay. And we'll go ahead and save that. So everything was a little too convenient on this one. Okay, let's go over to my example. If I can find it now. There we are. And refresh. And the color is now a rollover. One thing I probably would like to do is probably change it so the text is a little bit bigger. Let me bring up my CSS again. And let's change our size. Okay, so we'll add font size. And we'll make it, let's make it 14 pixels. Okay, save. Okay, and there we have our rollover effect. Maybe we can add a few more from the DB3 site. Let's go down to maybe selected link. So we'll do those 3 here. Let's paste those in and see what it does. Oh, I better add the mouse curly bracket. Okay, we'll save. Okay, so let's refresh. And then we see our, oh, I forgot to add the size back in there. So let me, for my hover, let me add my size back in there. Size, oops, font size. And what do I make it, 15 pixels. And see how that looks. Okay. And when I select it, it turns yellow. Okay, so there we can kind of see active changed it to yellow. The visited changes it to green, and the hover is red. And so that's a little basics on the adding a hover rollover effect. Okay, so now let's look at adding our one linked interior page. So we have our home page here, and now we want to add one more. And we'll go with we'll say this is the about page, so we'll go with current. So let's go into my folder here. And what I'm going to do is I'm right clicking and then I'm going to duplicate. And a lot of times it's Command D, and that'll give me an extra HTML copy. Let me rename it, and like I said, I'll call this one current for current students. And okay, let's go back into okay, so let me look at, this is my index page. Let me go ahead and, so this is my index page. I'm going to call it index. I'm going to go under the href or the about CSS. So this is sort of like my home page. So I could call it index.html. And then here's my current student page. And so I'm going to call it current. Hopefully I have everything spelled correctly, .html. And I'm going to use the same thing for my new page. I'm just going to copy and paste that. So there's Command C. So let me look, and here's my current HTML. It's showing right here. So I'm just going to paste those right here. And don't forget to save both pages. So save, save, and let's take a look and refresh. So let's click on the current students. Oh, you know what? Nothing's going to show. I still have to do something to make it different too. So let me take my current page. Excuse me. Let me call this one, I want to switch the photos here. So this one is the dog, the sunflower. So let's call this one, I'm going to copy that, and we'll call this one dog. And paste the sunflower. So dog and sunflower, let's see if that works. So save. There we go. Yep, and that worked. Okay, so there's the about and there's the current. You can kind of see the pictures swapping. And that is how you would add your one linked interior page.